Hey everybody, welcome back to my Project 13. My Monday, your Friday. I'm on my way to work. I got some coffee. Trying to wake up. So much happened these last 2 days that I was off, but a lot has happened all week long. This is the morning recap vlog. Hopefully I got more of you that are joining me this morning, right alongside of me, on my way to work, drinking some coffee, eating a banana, listening to some music. Man, looking back, so much that has happened. Got the LG G6 in finally, did the unboxing live. Went over my 48 hours with this device, plus, it was more than that actually. Shared that with you live as well. So I actually made a couple live videos. Had a lot of you come in and join me and just share your thoughts on the LG G6, the LG V20. Still in the talks, an older device at this point in the game compared to these new devices that are dropping. Still in the conversation. Was able to shoot a video with my wife using the front-facing cam of the LG G6. It was a great time to be able to review that part of the device and be able to share a little bit with my wife and let her give her her thoughts on the S7 Edge. That is being talked about only due to the fact that right now with the S8 and the S8 Plus from Samsung being announced, pre-orders going on right now as we speak, everywhere. Price points dropping on devices like the S7 Edge. So people are looking into picking up those devices, whether it's the S7, S7 Edge, and not getting something new because financially it just makes sense. Like the LG V20, I should say. Buying that over the G6. It makes sense. The G6 is a great device. I bring it in because I'm intrigued. I can afford it, and I want to review it. If I'm not a reviewer, I'm not really considering the device at this point. I'm hanging on to the LG V20 because for what I paid for the 360, or even if you get it for over 400, underneath 500, it's worth the price. It's worth the money. And what you're going to get is almost exactly as what you're going to get on the LG G6. There's a couple more areas, you know, the water resistant that you get as far as what's on the LG G6. Wireless charging. If you're not into big devices, you get a big display with a small body. The form factor of this device, aesthetically, it's a beautiful device and it's small, but you still get a bigger display. It's not as wide, but it's still as long. It's 18.9 instead of 16.9 as far as the ratio of the display. So, I mean, financially as a consumer, it makes more sense to pick up the LG V20. And if you're a YouTuber, reviewer, or if you just like shooting video and taking a lot of pics, it's a content creator device. It really is. So it makes more sense. But if you're intrigued with the newer devices and you wanted to see what LG could do after the LG G5 with that modularity device that just, well, it wasn't a huge success, obviously, and they decided not to go forward with that. And you wanted to see what they could do after that and sort of reestablish themselves to say, okay, you know what? This didn't work out. Look what we can do. Then the LG G6 is something to look into, especially at $650. It's not what we assumed. I thought it would have been $750, and so it's not as much. So totally stoked that at least it's at a price point that's still affordable to an extent. Not everybody can afford it, though. I understand that. I did make some comparison videos. I did the LG G6 up against the LG V20, whether that's fair or not. I do that in app opening tests, speed tests, and 2.2 benchmark tests because it gets requested. I did the LG G6 up against the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, the A20 of the S7 Edge Qualcomm Snapdragon chipset up against the 821 of the LG G6. Shout out to Big Dog for positively harassing me about why do that. I do it, like he said that I'm tooting my own horn. Maybe so, man. Curiosity, integrity. I get requests for these videos, and I do them for those of you who are interested when it comes to these challenges. They're fun to do. It's intriguing. Curiosity. As far as here on my channel, I try to meet those requests, and that's something that I get asked to do. Some of you could care less for them. Some of you, it doesn't make sense. And some of you, it does. And not every video I put out is going to be a video that gets wowed by all of you. There's going to be a crowd of you that likes those videos, and there's going to be a crowd of you that just, it's a thumbs down, right? Or it's just like, okay, it's fun to watch, but no more than that. I think a lot of my videos are like that. They're not for everyone. But yeah, I guess, let's just say I'm tooting my own horn. But thank you for that. Big Dog, I appreciate you coming on and checking out the videos like anybody else. That's just, it's what I do here, man. I'm enthusiastic. I have fun. I have my own way of looking at everything in life, and especially when it comes to tech and smartphones. I don't want to take it all too seriously. I get pretty hyped up and I show a lot of enthusiasm, but that's just me. I character-wise and personality-wise, that is me. And, but yeah, it's fun. It's fun doing what I do, whether I'm throwing up a slideshow or I'm doing a video testing or speaker tests like I did with the LG G6 and the Sony Xperia, well, I don't even know where I'm going with that. Still waking up, need some more coffee. Or with the Samsung S7 Edge. Both devices are water resistant. They have a coating in the speaker to protect that area. So with that in there, that could prohibit the sound to be exactly what it needs to be. But man, they both did great. I thought the LG G6 was that much better. But yeah, I guess that's just all an opinion of what you thought. I got a mixed review on that as far as the feedback and which one was better. Some thought the S7 Edge was better. Some thought the G6 was better. So that's what this whole channel is about. It's all opinion, right? It's not right or wrong. It's how you feel about it. And you can run those speed tests and app opening tests over and over again, and they're going to change up a little bit here and there too. So we all know that. But again, in the end, it's what you guys want to see. It's what I put out there, and sometimes I put out what I want to do, and what I do to review these devices. And I talk a little bit about them. I think for the most part, when it comes to these devices, a lot of you are really into the cameras, whether it's the front-facing cam or the back cam, taking pics and shooting videos. And I think I do my best to achieve all that. In the end, when I give my final review, I go over the device, I talk about the aesthetics, I talk about the internals, what's under the hood, I talk about battery life, call quality, messaging. And already with the LG G6, like I mentioned in my 48 hours plus, battery life, heavy usage, about 4.5 hours. Moderate, it's going to be about another hour or so. So it's going to give you really good, fair battery life. I really dig when it's giving me battery life. Call quality, messaging is there. I love the fact that it is water resistant in case I happen to drop it into the toilet or I have to answer the phone when I'm in a shower waiting for an important phone call. It's not something I'm going to have to worry too much about. The wireless charging, being able to use that option. Again, these are small added things. They're not huge. To some they are, to some they aren't. Okay, they're a little bit of upgrades. But remember, when the V20 did come out too, I want to throw this in there, it was a lot more. Okay, it was like $770. $650 for the G6. And I understand the V20 is cheaper now. But I think you know what I'm getting at with that. I think for the few little bit of upgrades, there could have been more. You could have had the 835 instead of the 821. And I know that. But that's kind of how it all went, right? That's the way it went. But But yeah, I mean, live videos, video with my wife, which was really fun. You know, being able to put out a couple comparisons, speaker challenge. There was a lot that happened in between all of that. I'm running around trying to get my chores done. Spending time with the family, cooking dinner. And thinking, what else can I do that's going to review this? What else do you want to see from me with the G6? The biggest question I get is the G6 or the V20, and I think I've answered that earlier in the video. I think if it comes down to finances, and you're the average consumer, the V20 makes more sense. Even for me, as a reviewer, an enthusiast in this area, and I'm a huge time enthusiast, if I have to send back the G6 or sell the G6 or send back the V20 or sell the V20, I'm choosing the V20. Okay? I paid $360. I think it was on sale for $480 again. $650 for the G6. Again, you're getting a few little minor upgrades. To some, they're big upgrades. And I know a lot of you dig that wireless charging. To some of you, that's a huge upgrade. The water resistant thing, okay? I just repeated that probably 3 times in this video. But the thing is, it makes more sense. And what the G6 doesn't have that the V20 has is that multi-view feature. When I'm shooting videos and you can see me and you can see out my windshield, you got 3 or 4 windows or 2 windows. My V20 has that. The G6 does not have that, which I'm very surprised they didn't implement that in the cameras, in the software. But yeah, I'm keeping the V20. I'm going to just be honest with you. I am enjoying my time with the G6. But for the channel, if I have to sell a device, I'm keeping the V20. That just makes more sense in so many ways. And I'm just being honest. So, I have my time with it. I'll enjoy it. Do some comparisons. Do whatever that you guys ask for, you guys and gals out there. But at the end of the day, if that's the main question you're asking me, and if that's what you want to know for yourself, in my opinion, I'd say pick up the V20 for the price. You're going to be happy with it if those are the 2 devices that you're looking at. Okay? If you're going to ask me about the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge over the S8, S8 Plus that were announced, and we talked about that this week, depending on price points, you're not going to go wrong with the S7 Edge. Unless you really just want the latest and greatest. All the new little features are going to implement. Bixby. You know, it's going to have face recognition. A new aesthetic design. They're bigger, but yet smaller. You know, so price points are going to be fair. They're going to be comparable to last year. Right? So you're going to get, you know, I think the main thing too we're looking for in these Samsung devices, the S8, S8 Plus, is battery. Is battery life going to be better than what they had on, well, especially the S6. But the S7 wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that great either. Okay? So if you can get these devices to give you way better battery life, and already you're doing better, then it may be worth the upgrade too, because, you know, when it comes to call quality messaging and battery life performance, you really want that. You don't want that lag that some of these devices with the Samsung software, you know, that's been there. Just like LG has promised no more boot looping, right? Well, we don't want some of that lag that we are used to from Sammy on their devices. So, you know, there's so many things we're looking for, but do you just pick up a new S7 Edge because the price points are looking really good and they're going to most likely get better instead of spending $750 or $850 on these new devices? You have to ask yourself the question, and You know, for me, I bring in a new Samsung device to review it, use it. But if I'm the average consumer, knowing that I've had the S7 Edge once, sold it, my wife has it now because I brought it in for her, I'm picking that device up for under $500. I'm not in any way, shape, or form going to lose out. I'm not. Does that make sense? I'm not going to lose out. I'm going to be happy with that device. As an average consumer who is always financially trying to keep myself at peace with what I have and what I'm working with the monies in my hand, in my wallet, in my pocket. I love keeping myself financially stable and wise when it comes to me personally and my family. That's why I am where I'm at today, because I'm able to do that. The smart choice is the LG V20, if it's between the LG G6 V20. The smart choice, I think, as a consumer, unless you just have to have that latest and greatest, is an S7 Edge over the S8, S8 Plus when it comes to finances. And you're not going to lose. If you are going to lose, and this is my opinion, okay, I have these devices or had these devices. And I will be getting a new S8 as well. And I'm sure it's going to be phenomenal. I'm going to be like, wow, and intrigued, and I'm going to be, all my curiosity is going to go out the window. I'm going to be, woo! But again, if I'm not doing this, I have to be wise. That's where I'm going to leave that. So much happened this week. If I missed anything, forgive me, man. Wow, yeah, just so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the feedback. I appreciate all the conversation. I appreciate the conversation that really challenges me and the camaraderie that I have with all of you in what I do here, you know, and those that help mentor me and suggest and give me a lot of constructive criticism. Yeah, totally digging it. I totally dig constructive criticism. I love thumbs up, so leave a thumbs up if you like this video. And I gotta go return some movies, man. I forgot, I got yip-yapping away and I forgot I had to go over here. So anyway, to all of you who joined me in this whole week, please continue to share this channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And on your Friday, my Monday, every week, I do a morning recap vlog. So join me like today. And again, let me know what else you want to see from the LG G6. I'll try to get it out throughout this week sometime while I'm working, and then coming up on my next couple days off. I appreciate your time. God bless. Have a great day. I am out. Time to return some movies. Peace.